Housing starts are on the rise in Prince George, bucking the provincial trend. But the Home Builders Association has some concerns about how an anticipated increase to building permits will affect that growth.
There's more of this popping up around town. According to Canada Mortgage and Housing, both single-family dwellings and multiple-family dwellings saw increases last month over last year. The local Home Builders Association attributes that to newcomers to town, but the city plans to increase the cost of building permits by around 40%.
For us, it's just another government-imposed cost. When we're talking about taxes and government-imposed costs, that could be as much as 20% of the cost of the home, and that's a large chunk. And this is just another cost added onto that.
The cost of a building permit right now is $1,400 on an average house, which is anywhere between $280,000 and $300,000. Mayor Sherry Green says our fees are well below comparable cities.
And the core review process leapt out loud and clear to our building staff in city administration that it was time for a serious look at the fees and charges that we have in this area, and they've recommended some changes. Some of them are significant. Most of them are very much in line and average with what a lot of other of our competitor communities are doing, and I think it's time that we see those appropriate charges in place.
The core review is looking at ways to improve the services offered by the city and generate new revenues, but not through the traditional means.
It's not just about taxation from residential homeowners. We've got a lot of other things that we also need to be competitive with, to be an attractive place for people to want to be. And Prince George has become a place over time in many areas where we've let some of our fees and charges go, and it's time to bring those in line with what other communities are doing.
The increase would bring this city's building permit fees in line with Kamloops and Nanaimo, communities the Home Builders Association admits are also increasing fees.
I don't think that any of our builders would pack up and go home because they have to pay more for their building permit. But new builders may decide that Prince George is not the best community to start their business in, you know. So when the city says they're open for business, when they do things like this, we kind of question that a little bit.
The association is meeting with the city to look at alternatives, such as incremental increases as opposed to a one-shot jump. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.